scammed. All right, you guys, I have an awesome story to share with you. And I don't care who you are and where you're logging in from. You're going to learn something from this story, okay? All right, so today I had a friend come over that wanted me to do her hair. And I haven't seen her in a few years, so it was fun to catch up. And so I'm doing her hair. But when she comes into my house, she takes a minute, and I'm going to flip around my camera. Hold on. How do I flip around my camera? Okay. So as she comes in my walkway here, right? This is my dad's fish tank, okay? But on the top of it are these cards. And one of them is my anniversary card to my husband where it says, I want to hold your hand at 80 and say we made it. And it's just a card for me. And then one is our anniversary card from when we got married with a love story on the inside with a QR code. If you wanted to really see what's inside of it, scan it. Okay, and then I've got some awards and accomplishment cards and this cute little card of pebbles and our 16-year wedding anniversary here that I sent to everybody that had a part in our wedding anniversary so that they could cherish the memory with us. Yes, this is really us. No, it really is, I promise. And then somebody sent me this cool card about my quote that everybody that I always talk on, don't work for the boss, be the boss. And then I've got more down here with relatives and stuff like that. But anyway, so she took a look at those things and she saw those cards and that's all cool and everything. She thought they were cool. But I was doing her hair and I'm sitting doing her hair and she's got two young little boys. And I just asked her, so how are the kids, blah, blah, blah. We just had a conversation and I said, who's watching the kids right now? And she said, my mother-in-law is. And she went on to talk about how great her mother-in-law is and that she's just been such a huge help and everything. And I said, oh my gosh, let's send your mother-in-law a card thanking her and telling her how much you appreciate her and put a bunch of pictures of the kids in it. And she was like, oh my gosh, that would be just so cool. So I'm coloring her hair. My hands have colored gloves on them. I've got color up to my wrists and I'm applying color on her hair. So she's just sitting there. And so I had her go in and I shot her over the app and she downloaded the app and she used one hand. This is the funniest part. She used one hand and she went through, downloaded the app, and with one hand, she did the entire process right there. And so let me show you again in case you missed it. So she saw these, which inspired her. So this is, cards that people have sent us from our family and stuff like that. Celebration of our anniversary. Yes, that's Gemini. Some other people sent me that. So she saw these and she was so impressed by them and she thought they were so cool. And so anyway, with one hand, while I'm doing her hair, she downloads the app and she goes into the thank you cards and she finds a gratitude card that says, I'm so grateful for you. And on the inside, she puts some pictures of her mother-in-law's grandsons and writes a really nice message to her mother-in-law about how much she appreciates everything that she does for her. And she sends it to her right there while sitting there while I'm doing her hair. And you guys, what happens at that moment when somebody actually from the app creates the card, puts the words from their heart onto paper and hits that send button? It changes everything inside of them. She was so excited about the fact and almost borderline emotional knowing that her mother-in-law was going to get that beautiful card with her grandson's pictures in it telling her how much she appreciates her. And then what happened from there, while I'm still coloring her hair, she's telling me about this person and that person and this person and that person that she knows would absolutely love to be able to do this. Then she started telling me this person and that person and this person and that person that she wants to send a card to tell them how much she appreciates them. And then I asked her, what does your husband do? And naturally, her husband has a job and he works for a company where they do glass work. And I said, oh my gosh, imagine being able to take before pictures of jobs and after pictures when they're done and sending thank you cards to the customers. And of course, her mind went crazy. She's like, oh my gosh, that would be absolutely awesome. So then she asked me, how do you make money doing this? And I just had a conversation telling her I do exactly what I'm doing right here. When I get paid today off of thousands and thousands of people sending cards every day to thank their customers, thank their grandmother for babysitting, say happy birthday, congratulations, thank you for coming to my event. It was nice to meet you, showing gratitude, love, and kindness. And that led on to a conversation, you guys, down a path that she'd never even thought before. So what's my reason for shooting this video? All I did was do her hair, but what happened is I introduced her to the app. That app is on her phone. She even said to me, why would anybody on the planet want to go to a store ever again when they could do what I just did right here? And then she said, I can't even do that from a card in a store. Why would I go spend $3 or $6 on a card that I can't even put pictures in and put my own words in? And I said, exactly. Now you've got the point. And she cannot wait now for her mother-in-law to get that card because of the way it's going to make her mother-in-law feel. You guys, this is my point. I just go along about my day every day and I just demo the app. She said that her mother-in-law was babysitting her kids. I said, would you like to send your mother-in-law a thank you card for watching your kids while you're getting your hair done and put some pictures of her grandsons in it? Who would say no to that? Do you think her mother-in-law is going to feel appreciated, loved, and maybe want to babysit her kids more? But do you think her mother-in-law will throw that picture, that card in the trash? And here's the deal. She says, Darla, I still have the card you sent me years ago, which was when I got started, on my refrigerator. I look at it every day. It makes me happy every day. I would never throw that card in the trash. And here's the thing, you guys. I don't even remember sending her a card. I just send cards because it makes me feel good. All right, you guys, this is the best business model on the planet. Everybody has a reason to say thank you to somebody and to make them feel appreciated. If you've ever read the book, How to Win Friends and Influence People, it's how fast can you get from their head to their heart. When you're in somebody's heart, they don't forget about you. You stand out amongst the crowd. If you're watching this and you're in business, this is exactly how I reinvented my life 9 years ago. When I was in my salon behind my chairs, I had a captive audience and I simply asked them some questions about them. And I asked her, I said, could you use an extra $500 a month? And she says, yes. And I know so many other people that could use an extra $500 a month. I said, do you think you know a few people that might want to send some cards like this? And she says, I know a ton. You guys, that's exactly how it works. All right, I just had to shoot this and share it with you because it's so simple. So if you want to make a couple $100 extra a month, a couple $1,000 extra a month, however much you want to make, it's unlimited income. Because every person that you introduce this to that downloads the app, you're going to get paid off of every card and gift they send forever, and they're going to share it with their friends and their friends and their friends, and you're going to get paid off of all of them as well. It's called residual leveraged income. Every single app is a unit of distribution, just like as if it was a hair salon or an employee. Hair salons, employees, apartment buildings, investments, they're all units of distribution. It's all the same. The times have changed. Apps are where it's at. Get in front of the trends, guys. All right, call me if you want my help. I'll teach it to you. Bye. Oh, Pebbles.